You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And no other better freaking place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch of no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
This is Jack.
Oh, we lost you, Jack.
Jack, welcome to Lunch with Laz and Jack. So we have some interesting things on the plate today because our friend Rick Holtrop, aka Chaox, has decided to actually host the stand-up corner. So we know what the devs have been working on this week.
For the last 3 days, at least.
Yep. And then Justin's been texting me left and right, and she's not having fun today.
And why is that?
And if you're in the Austin area, there is a Let's All Go to the Patio Austin game developers drinking competition that starts at 7:30. If you want to go to it, it's
Jacob.
It's at Mr. Tramp's Sports Pub and Cafe today.
Okay. And Jacob just celebrated a birthday out there. Happy birthday, Jacob. Thanks for hosting again. I see Torx joined us. So we got Led Zepp, Cigar TV, a bunch of the irregulars joining us on Twitch. Luca
and
Miller.
Luca.
Luca, how you doing? Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Today is Friday, February 12th, 2016, for the record. And, yes, Chaox was out there actually, I guess, catching up on the week's work, or what's going on down there. We know it's been busy. Cigar says... okay, Cigar is Jacob. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for that. That makes a little bit more sense. Now I know.
Wait, Jacob White? Or
no.
Which Jacob? Jacob von Buckham.
Buckham, yes.
Buckham.
Our birthday boy and the guy who is hosting us, yes. That's Cigara. Okay, good to know.
Okay, yes.
Oh, man, my Twitter's going nuts.
Well, that's what happens.
Well, have you seen today's tweet?
Well, there is something that we need to... Red Thomas posted this on Facebook. I don't know if you're friends with him, but Red Thomas is one of the guys that actually works at or submits articles to MMORPG.com.
I do follow him in various places. I see a lot of stuff he posts out there.
He did have an interview or a conversation with Star about macro economies in virtual environments.
Right.
And so I'm just looking at the article summary, but I've got to find my tab where I'm actually friends with Red Thomas.
Yeah, I have the article in front of me here. Should we bring it up on screen for everybody?
So there he is. What?
Shall we bring it up on screen?
Well, I've got to go find it.
Oh, I got it right in front of me. Or you're looking for something where you were in part of the conversation?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about, Willis.
He said he had something about he had friends or something. I don't know what he's talking about. You don't got friends.
I don't. Yeah, well,
Who's got friends?
I did that Facebook quiz and it says I'm the hermit. So
yeah,
the hermit.
I thought that was interesting. Of course, you know, you of all people doing Facebook quizzes and propagating the data collection out there in the world. I'm shocked.
Don't worry. If you want to add me on Facebook, my name on Facebook is Jack Cynicist, which is not my real name.
I do not care.
So Facebook quiz be damned.
I put it all out there. And then I put even more information out there to confuse the fuck out of them. And yes, I do drop the F-bomb.
Yeah. So that article, let's see. Let's take a quick gander at it. Blah 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 blah. He's got a diagram.
Which the
Diagram.
okay, we got to do the Facebook part first.
What about the Facebook part?
Oh, that's where I see the diagram. Is the diagram also in the article? I haven't looked at the whole article.
Yeah, it's in the article. It's the
Okay.
first picture, I believe.
Okay, I got you. I got
Where's the
you.
diagram at?
It's yes. The conversation centered around a rough drawing Chris threw up on a board for talking about how they envision their economy. Drawing showed inputs from harvesters in PvE, while PvE players and PvP players were outputs for the system. Crafters were the inside circle as facilitators to the economy. So you can click on the picture and blow it up.
Yeah, we've got it blown up out there for everybody to see. They should be seeing it full screen. It's
diagram.
funny little animations there. You know, the little stick figures.
It's definitely looks like it's drawn by Chris, although the circle's way too nice.
Yeah, yeah. You can see the arrows in and out.
Yeah, and so it's everybody who essentially contributes or puts in or takes out of the economy, and this is only the materials economy. It's not the gold economy, which is. So, as far as this, if you look at it, there is no gold exchanged, unless you're going to say that the gold arrow is the gold. Although, for pay for gear from mob dropped gold and proceeds from skins, etc. So that is actually included. So gold is there.
Oh, there's no legend on there.
I believe the gold arrows would be the gold. The black arrows would be the materials being input.
All right, that's your interpretation.
Yeah, so yeah, something like that. It may or may not be working correctly, but yeah.
Now, I'm going to have to actually sit down and read this all here now. I did not see this earlier today.
You did not. You don't know how to skim? Skim quickly, and so you scroll through. You look at the capitalist implementation. Blah 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 blah
Well,
blah.
I
then
can.
It's got a picture of Karl Marx.
Yeah, but
and
I
it's
do
got a
have
second
3 or
page.
4
I
other
mean-
things going on over here. You do realize, not
Yeah.
just.
Then you've got like data points. It's like what? But that's all from Crowfall.
Is that Lord British in the bathroom there?
Where?
Lord British is in the bathroom.
That wouldn't surprise me.
See diagram.
No.
Oh, okay. I see.
No, but it does look like there's some coconut poops in there. Okay, so that is something that we will actually need to read over and actually analyze, and instead of just quickly look at, because it does have socialism, capitalism, as well as Marxism to play around with, and so we actually do have real economic theory to analyze. If you'd like, I could pull out like my copy of like some books by Marx and Hegel.
Oh my God, that's a study in itself, ain't it?
Yeah. Except I said Kegels, so unless you're a chick, you probably don't know what those are. Hi, Justin.
You're too much. Now, have you ever heard? Did you hear anything back from? I didn't see anything out there about the article about the housing. Did you ever hear back from the author on that?
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay.
He didn't acknowledge that. I mean, I didn't really expect to be.
I would have thought we got at
noted
least a
about that,
tweet or
so.
something back to say, hey, but okay, never mind.
Yeah. So
Moving right along.
it's moving right along. Someone sent me a friend request.
Yeah, was
At
that
least this
Luca?
person we have. It may have been Luca. It probably was with her real account.
I didn't get any friend requests. Probably because I'm already
I
friended.
don't know.
But meanwhile, what do we want to do? We want to hit all these stand-ups. Remember, we have Friday's calendar today. Friday's calendar is an extended calendar, so let's keep that on the mind. We have another event going on today that's not in the calendar.
And it was Luca. And now my phone's really blowing up, not just with messages from, probably from, oh, yes, someone decided to call me an ass for saying kegels.
Yeah, well, that's what you get.
Oops. Yeah, that's a Freudian slip.
It's the price of having a fan base. When you say something, they will chastise you for it.
Yeah,
You got to watch out.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. Now I need to go grab that book from my bedroom just to say it's Marx and Hegel, not Kegel.
Luca, you can find me by looking up H.J. Boyle. I actually use my real name. I have nothing to hide.
I have everything to hide. Because I'm a hermit.
You're a hermit.
Okay, so yes, I need to go find the stand-up corner again. Imagine that, it's on my screen.
Imagine that. Now, we want to just bang them out 1, 2, 3, 4, or you want to hold back?
Don't you mean
1, 2, 3?
Don't you mean 1, 2, 3?
Yeah. Wise guy. I knew that was coming too.
All right, we could do Saturday stand-up corner. Everybody's off except for 3 people in the office.
Doing CS.
Yeah, doing fixing bugs and trying to program weird things.
All right, we're picking up on Wednesday, I believe it is.
Yes.
Max has got this out here for us, and as I did look at this before the show, some interesting things coming in there, and a couple of things that we're going to definitely want to talk about. One, of course, is the top item here, but we'll get to that after we knock these out. So anytime
the
you're
Elven greenhouses?
The Elven greenhouses.
Are you referring to Bob's Elven greenhouses?
Yes, the Elven greenhouses.
So they are adding more variety into the greenhouses for the add-on store. Remember, these are add-on store items. The greenhouses actually make it so that way your growing is much faster. So we'll see how that goes on. Kevin is working on the male avatar, so he's trying to actually include some variety. Leo is working on bugs. You're slow. And spells, sound effects, and Obsidian Forge. Matt is working on two-handed auto attacks and instant casts and canes. Reed, the new guy, Lord of the Manor player home collision optimization. Yeah, that's right. Scotty's working on artifice, interior, and icons. Over in design, Brandon's was working on crafting and world objects and vendor recipes. Dan was working on artifice, exterior spawns, and new scenes created.
Take a breath.
Gina, once website updates and 1B support. Wait, maybe I'll actually have my title in game.
Did you get an email from her?
No.
Oh, okay.
I guess that means I should check it.
You should probably check it. I got an email. Derail that real quick.
Oh.
Just one.
Yes.
Moving on. We'll talk about that later.
Hey, I can get another one because they don't have a record of Dallas snooping around the office looking for them to hand them to me. Yeah, I need to respond to that email.
Yeah, I know.
So let's see.
Eric.
Richard was working on Screc. Sorcerer Steve was working on Dungeon Kit design review and Malice. Over in tech, Eric was working on animation support. Joaquin was working on fast travel and player home logs. Justin was Justin was working on bugs. Kin, Burning Toad, was working on builds and prepaid taxes. Tesla's backup
user was moved to your channel.
Data updates and payment system testing. Over in QA, James was working on sanity and regression on forums. Michael was working on sanity and PayPal support and customer service. Reese was working on sanity and regression in forums and localization and playtesting. Our production management other group, Chris was working on hardware direction and performance and server meeting. I guess he finally got to meet the server. I wonder how that conversation went. Dallas was doing some general business. Michael was working on decoration, collider support and training, and character support and player towns. Richard was tracking bugs and meetings. Rick was you're real slow on that one. Rick was working on world building tasks and artifice interior setup and doors and chests and keys. It's like, by the time you got to that bug, I was like, what are you talking about? What bugs are you referring to?
It's not that I was slow. It's that you're in fast forward today. But anyway, moving on. Come on.
Yeah. Okay, so on Thursday, our crew Bob was working on the Elven Greenhouse still. Kevin was still updating the male avatar. Leo is doing the same thing with the audio bugs. That was like 3 seconds. And water wheel. Ooh, a water wheel sound effects. And poop farting noises. Sweet.
Oh, no shit.
Poop and farting noises. Oh, going into the game.
You know these guys are going to have a field day with these damn outhouses now. I mean, we had what's his name yesterday making all kinds of sounds.
Crafty Method.
Yeah, Crafty Method yesterday having a good time in there. But anyway, moving on.
That's an important one there.
I love it, man. I love these guys. I love this shit.
Okay, so let's see. Then, holy shit. Matt was working on boning sheep.
Boning sheep.
Excuse me? Pardon me?
Boning sheep. So we can go back to that sheep fuckers joke that we had going on a few weeks ago. So
we're going to have a field day with this,
animation
man.
Bugs.
Bugs.
Reed's working on the Lord of the Manor 2 house collisions and optimization. Scotty's working on our artifice interior. This is all stuff from yesterday. We'll get to today's in about 2.5 minutes. Brandon's working on creature variants and world crafting items and recipe work. Dan was working on Region 6 scene cloning and new player-owned towns. I wonder what Region 6 scene cloning is. Gina is working on the website fact, media gallery work, and 1B royal warrant work. Keith was doing Palladus Shardfall spawning. Richard was doing the Skrek entrance and dungeons. Scott Jennings down with the sickness. Steve was Malice Crypts and Catacombs over in tech. Jason was working on the login queue and gameplay versioning. Joaquin was doing interaction logs for chess and untraining system. Justin Gilbert was doing bugs.
Waiting for Led Zeppelin.
I only got to 12 that time before someone said bugs. And Terrain Shader. Burning Toad was working on Mac and Linux builds and issues and patchwork system. Tesla was doing backer data tracking and payment system architecture. And Zach was doing the equipped crafting tools system. Over in QA yesterday, James was working on regression and bugs forms. Yeah, at least that one was less than a minute later. Then Michael was working on, I can't type in my password for my cell phone. Reese was working on bug forms.
Yeah, so you skipped right over Michael.
Mac testing. And yeah, oops. Michael was doing customer service. Our production management, another group, yesterday was working on, Chris was doing server co-location plans and imaging and Jira work. Dallas was doing general business. Michael was working on desert and alpine player-owned town texture variants and terrain shader, and Star was doing Jira work in enjoying Sweden.
Yes.
So today's stand-up corner. This is for
Friday.
This is for Friday, February 12th. This is today's.
Yeah, you're reading chat over there.
No, I'm actually reading my cell phone just because someone says that they do their kegels daily.
Ooh.
Luke is saying that you guys are bad.
Yes. Sheep boning. Yes, so we're gonna have a field day with this one.
Oh yeah, deboning sheep. So, that was. I know. It's like, how are you going to be boning some sheep?
Tell you what, man.
I can show you. I'll show you.
Got on my high top boots and my Velcro gloves. I'm telling you.
Boots are in front, man. Don't want them getting away.
Okay, back to the stand-up corner.
Friday.
Okay, so Bob today is working on the Elven Greenhouses for day 3 in a row. Kevin is working on the Avatar updates. I guess he's moved on from male and gone over to the neutered Avatar. So our Avatar has been castrated. We don't know what sex it is anymore. Matt is working on sheep animations and prey emote and vendor fidget animations.
Sheep fidgeting?
And Crafty Method has decided to use the head. And yes.
Beg your pardon?
Reed is doing the player home collision optimizations. Over in design, Brandon is working on crafting and recipes and fast travel and elemental loot. Dan was doing South Pilatus and player towns, and Gina's doing customer service and community. Keith was doing the Palladus Shardfall and Shores of Malice. Scott was doing tutorial polish. Sorcerer Steve was doing Malice and the Well of Sorrows and the Shores of Malice. So he's working on 3 scenes at once.
Yeah, Steve, we don't call him Sorcerer Steve for nothing, man. This boy's on fire lately.
Yeah, I know. So over in tech, Eric is working on pet prefabs and troll animations. Jason's working on the log on queue and conversation and localization. Joaquin is doing interaction log on player lots and untraining skills.
Bugs.
Justin's working.
Bugs.
Hey, you got it before I said it. Sweet. So Ken is working on Max and Linux build and ransom.
Bugs.
Okay, a little bit slower that time. Taslo is working on exploration support and server plans. Over in QA, we've got James working on regression, Michael working on customer service, Reese working on sanity and forms and regression. And then the leaders group.
Yeah, wait till you get to it. Go ahead.
Chris is working on hardware checks and server co-location plans. Dallas is working on general business and feeding the team.
Wait for it.
Michael's working on alpine and desert player tone biomes and sky updates.
Yes. Biomes.
Sky updates. So maybe we'll get a new sky map. Whee! And then after that, we have Richard with general direction and Rick working on general world building and IT. So that is what the devs are working. Remember, the stand-up corner is on the official forums. You can get to it yourself and read it, so that way I don't have to. But then we would actually have to talk about something else.
And
like
we'd have to actually get real jobs. That's right. So, deboning sheep. That's funny.
Bugs.
I'm gonna go have to like that post about the sheep boning.
Yes, absolutely.
Just because. That's pretty damn funny.
I see 2 biomes being worked on here. Along with those sky updates, I'm going to be wondering where I guess we're going to put those on the original.
Alpine biome is Forest 01, I think.
Okay.
Because Alpine just means forest, so they may have renamed it again.
Well, to me, Alpine is snowy. Another snowy biome.
Right.
Could be both. Yep.
Snowy mountain.
Yeah, that's what I would think. Snowy mountainous. But we already have. We do have the other. They're just referring to the new mountainous biome coming out. And, okay, we already knew that's coming out, so they just named it Alpine.
Yeah, we do have the mountains without the snow coming out.
Okay.
And then Jackson will have a new template.
Nice. And then.
So. Hearth has the grasslands. Jackson will have the, if you want a mountainous terrain, you can go live in Jackson.
You want to live in the hills. Now, of course, you're out by the mountains anyway, right? You've got, there goes Crafty Mech. Here we go. And God help us when we give this guy sounds to play with.
Casey wants to say that he's responsible for the farting sounds in game.
Why does that not surprise me?
He recorded them himself, did he?
Yeah, I don't know. I need to go back to my text messages.
That's funny.
I get the details on that.
Yeah, speaking of which.
I can't even read my cell phone anymore just because it's going to make me laugh.
Mine's just blown up today. I mean, it's just...
Yours is just Twitter going off.
Yeah, no, but I got messages coming in between that.
Yeah, we're gonna have lots of conversations about boning sheep and
boning
doing
sheep
some kegels.
It's too much.
Yeah, and so Casey is trying to appoint himself as director of the show, and he's absent today. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, tell Casey he gotta talk to me about this music position. If he wants to be leader of the band, he better get over here because I want to. I'm talking with Shroud. Shroud's like hip. Casey's gonna be part of. I don't know. I mean, he's part of the team. I just gotta find. Is he gonna be the musical director? Is he gonna be the behind the scenes director? Is he going to be in the background?
Making fart noises.
I love what Crafty Method's doing in the bathroom.
Yes, he's having. He's expelling the day's adventuring. Gravitational waves. Ooh, yeah. Is quite the interesting discovery there in the news yesterday. Speaking of gravitational waves, you follow that stuff? I mean, this was big news out there.
What, Einstein only proposed that stuff 100 years ago? So
theorized it, and it wasn't 100 years ago, for crying out loud. It was only about 50 years ago. But anyway, he theorized it. Well, they've proven it yesterday.
Yeah, that's what they said.
They've actually found it, which just
Yep.
As Kelly Bundy would say, it wobbles the mind. I mean, it's just the theoretic possibilities from this point have just exploded, literally. Anti-gravitational devices. I mean, that's what we're talking here. Levitation,
space-time continuum.
Yeah, I mean,
Come
yeah,
on,
just
man,
right. I mean, yeah, it's a lot to ponder. In a place.
Yep.
That is known as Shroud of the Avatar.
Yeah, well, back when I was working on my master's, I got to read some stuff about like the multiverse and physicists actually theorizing that the multiverse does exist. So that was actually kind of entertaining.
And DD chiming in here.
Yeah.
And DD didn't catch the one about boning sheep, did he? He missed all that fun stuff. He's gonna have to catch that.
He missed the deboning sheep. Marks and his good friend Kegel.
It was boning, not deboning. I believe
they're boning sheep.
Right,
not deboning
them.
Yeah, not deboning. They're boning them.
Boning them.
Now I have to go back over the verbiage on that.
It does say boning sheep.
It does.
Yes, it does. Okay, it says boning, putting bones in sheep. Yes, okay. Got to make sure we have that correct. That's too funny. Oh my goodness, where's old Geezer when we need him? Old Geezer be having a field day.
Yeah, he'll have a field day for sure.
Yep. So what else are we going to talk about today besides that? We can't talk about the Friday update because it's too early for that.
Well, we can, of course, hype it. We do have a special celebration going on this afternoon. Of course, Avatar's Radio is celebrating its 2nd birthday here in Shroud and Avatar. And we want to give them a huge shout-out for 2 years of great service and operation here in Shroud and Avatar, to Amber Rain and all the staff out there. They're having an event today. Do you have that up and ready? Or can you find that in your mess?
Because I was looking at the other thing I was told to plug today.
I thought this was it.
Nope, the other thing is it starts at 6 a.m.
Ah, okay.
What am I looking for?
We can segue into that. I got to find it on my screen now.
Yep. I'm looking for release 26 community events.
There it is.
Nope. 2nd birthday race challenge.
There it is.
I found it. I found it before you linked it.
Oh, hush.
Okay. Slowpoke.
Oh, there. I got it in your chat before you did.
Okay.
So there.
Yes, you got it in my chat before I did. Absolutely. So today at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, you can join Wolf Tim, Celine Noctua on Avatars Radio as they bring you the Avatars Radio second birthday race challenge out in Radio City at the Avatars Radio Raceway. And for the reason, why the hell not? Plus, you can win some awesome store credit prizes. Let's see. Should we go ahead and watch this video that they created?
Yeah, why not?
I'm saying yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I can
So
actually
I hit play
it.
on my end.
Okay.
This is Avatars Radio.
Hey, the official bunny of Wake Up, Celine here. You may have heard Avatars Radio's second birthday party is coming up.
Cool.
And what better way to celebrate than an Avatars Radio Race Challenge? In the main event, Avatars will race individually for the best time around the course, and the 3 competitors with the fastest scores will receive store credit prizes. Then, we'll have the Crapper Run. This is an all-in event where the competitors start as a group, and the first person across the finish line wins an outhouse from the add-on store. No Hey, wait a second. We can't say that on Avatars Radio. Who wrote this ad? Oh, you did, Wooftum. Edit that out. I'm being serious. Wait, what do you mean it stays in? Wooftum, you're gonna get me in so much trouble. Anyway, please join us February 12th, 3 p.m.
It would have been
Entertaining
funnier if she said, well, F it.
Yeah, no kidding.
I didn't even hear sound.
Well, that's because he didn't pipe it through his speakers. And I played it on my stream. I hope I did.
It went out on stream for everybody. That it did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you could always click the link and click the button yourself there.
Yes, yeah. We did supply a link for you.
I will do that.
That was funny.
So
that
remember
was actually
that
pretty cute.
The Crapper Run will be the fun part. That is today at 3 o'clock. They do thank Peebo, Nataraz, Eclipse Maiden, Striker Sparhawk, Hogwin HD, and Golden Wing. And I need to click like on that one because I like that. So that is going to be later today at 3 o'clock. Make sure and show up so that way you can win some prizes and Shroud of the Avatar. Then after that, that brings up the other thing that we need to talk about. And that is going to be because Justin asked me nicely to talk about this. She didn't tell me to do it. She asked me nicely. See there, Justin? I can be nice.
Good folks over at Wake Up New Britannia.
Yeah, so Wake Up New Britannia. Don't forget that they actually do interviews with different community members, and the one coming up is not Casey Cupcakes. He already had his. Dustin already had hers. And let's see who I was supposed to talk about.
I don't know who you're supposed to talk about.
I forgot. Let's see. Tomorrow they're going to be talking with Rhea. Cinderia Talina. Rhea.
Rhea. That's why we call her Rhea.
Yeah, Rhea.
That's why she tells everybody to call her Rhea. It's my next door neighbor here.
Yeah, I've got to go look at her actual name so that way I can butcher it even more. Cinderia Tayelma. So
yeah, she
tomorrow she is going to be the personality on Wake Up New Britannia. Remember, that is 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you're not, you can always click on their interviews on wakeupnb.com, and then you can see who they've actually interviewed. They've interviewed Casey Cupcakes, Kazan, Lord British, Lum Darkstar, Grandmaster Bard, Holt Ironfell, Lum, Majoria Marguerite, Themalock, and Justin. And I think the one with the most plays is actually Justin.
So that's why we asked for the shout out. Shameless self promotion.
Yeah.
I gotta love it.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, there you go, Justin. There's our shout out. And of course, again, is any events that are out there, we love to get them out there for you. And that's what we do. We try and get our fair share of events. Of course, calendars out there for the public. Supplied by our good friends over at Avatar's Circle. You can find our copy on nbnn.info/calendar.
That is correct. Now I actually have to read my text messages.
Yep, sounds like somebody fell asleep in the shitter.
I know.
Now we can say that on the air. We are not really restricted from saying that on the air. So
yeah, I've already dropped the F-bomb today.
Yeah, so that's one of the little things that differentiates broadcast styles.
Yeah, so we are not beholden to the same broadcast rules. So let's see. It's a little early to go over the calendar. So what else are we going to talk about? Besides boning shit?
I'm thinking we should get the calendar started. We do have the weekend to cover. And by the time we get that done, we'll be rolling, if not into that last 10 minutes, where we're going to usually run over. And there's Torque chiming in finally. I'm surprised he's not in here saying hello, unless he slipped in.
Oh, he finally says hello from Deutschland and YouTube.
Greetings from Germany to Twitch and YouTube. And of course,
to say
thank
hello
you, Torque.
in German, you say hello. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Remember, our calendar is brought to us by our friends over at Avatar Circle. It is a Google calendar. And from there, as I read the weekend calendar, what I normally do is I uncheck the Ethervision Alliance, which removes several things. You can always do that if you want to filter your calendar. It's a little bit easier. It is on nbnn.info/calendar.
Give me one moment.
Okay, so we're waiting for Laz to figure out how to get to the calendar. Laz, just for you, I'll tell you this. The calendar's really easy to find. Open up your web browser, type in nbnn.info.
Do you remember earlier when I said, do you see boxes anywhere else on your screen? And you said no. Well, see, my screen has a bunch of boxes on it that nobody else sees, so I had to get a version up that doesn't have those boxes.
All I see is a bunch of litter. You got to litter your lot there. You got a bunch of litter.
Oh, this ain't nothing.
You guys.
No, it's got. Oh, they did fix the paper on there. Okay, so let's see. So I did filter out the Ethervision Alliance, which takes out most of the media events. So that way we won't be seeing that. Let's see.
Friday night.
Let's see. Friday, February 12th. So tonight at 7 p.m., we have PvE, the Phoenix Republic PvE nights. That is going to be with Kazan Phoenix Fire or Malakis, where they're going to be going to different areas. You just need to zone to them or message them in-game to get that started. If you're interested in some PvP tonight, you can always go join Vengeance Madness out in the City of Vengeance, where it is an open PvP event in the entire zone. Whoever has the most kills at the end of that hour wins some prizes. Then actually the winner gets a free entry into the BMC Gridiron. Then the astronomy for tonight has been canceled, so we don't be zoning.
Friday night astronomy.
Bowen.
No stargazing out there tonight.
Yeah, Bowen Bloodgood must have other things to do tonight. He might be working on New Britannia Astronomy 501.
Be nice.
Okay, so Saturday morning, bright and early, 9 a.m., are the PAX Layer working hours, and that's going to be with Sean Silverfoot or Winfield. So they're going to be talking about PAX Layer for 2 hours, more or less, where they work on PAX Layer related stuff. The Church of the Dark Star with our High Priestess of Chaos.
The lovely
or
Mistress
as
of
Laz
Chaos,
gets,
Miss
as
Amberine.
Laz gets to call her, the Mistress of Chaos. And yes, and Kaizen Phoenix Fire of the Church of the Sun, where they talk about virtue and chaos as it applies to something in game. And then after that, we have the Ye Old Grand Tour Quest with the Bear Tavern. So this is going to be the Bear Tavern helping people do the Grand Tour.
The last
And
Grand Tour ever.
The last Grand Tour, yes. And we have, 2 weeks in order to finish that up?
That is correct.
Yeah, I haven't done it on most of my accounts.
I haven't touched it
relative.
yet either.
It's so easy that I can wait until the last minute. And then after that, we have the Barron at 2 o'clock, the Barron League's Construction and Harvest and Craft Fest, where they have a Harvest and Craft Fest. So then, at 6 o'clock, the Port Phoenix is doing their social nights, where you can go out and just join in with everything from fishing to music to gusball to PvE, dungeoneering, and adventuring. A little bit of everything. Just contact Kaizen Phoenix Fire. Then at 8 o'clock on Saturday night is going to be the a Serenite auction. So they are having an auction in Serenite, and remember, Serenite is east of Grunwald. If you can't find Serenite, you can always go to sodamap.com and type in Serenite, and it will bring it up and tell you where it's at. So Sunday is generally the busiest day in Shroud of the Avatar, so we'll talk about what's going on there. Sunday is going to be rather interesting because at 8:30 in the morning we have the PAX Layer meeting. That's the early morning edition. Then at 2:30 we have Gusball training with Seamus McGinnis of EVL. Then at 3 o'clock there's going to be the actual Gusball match. You can either zone to Sand, Seamus McGinnis, or Bambino for that. The location does vary, so we do not know where it's going to be. At 4 o'clock is going to be a Valentine's scavenger hunt and after event party. So that is going to be hosted by Every Virtue is Lasting. And that is going to be in Owl's Head. So that's going to be in conjunction with the Phoenix Republic and EVL. And that's going to be between 4 and 6 p.m. New Britannia time. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. At 5 o'clock is going to be the BMC Gridiron registration, and the fights begin promptly at 5:30. If you are not registered to fight, you will not be fighting no matter what you say. At 7 o'clock, the PAX Layer meeting proper happens, and then after that is the funnest event in the game, which is Fishing with Winfield.
Every Sunday night.
Every Sunday night. And that is all of the events on the calendar for
this
Shroud
weekend.
of the Avatar. The weekend of the 12th through the 14th.
What?
Casey's complaining that he saw a player called Mindscheiser. And he's complaining that there's a Mindscheiser, but there is no sucks to be you.
Ah, well.
Is that what that means?
There was actually...
But all he has to do is recreate sucks to be you, and it probably won't get banned again.
Well, we will find that out eventually, I guess.
And Justin did tell me that Hometown could use some decorators this weekend. If you were interested in decorating any of the lots in Hometown, remember it is right outside of Soultown this release, so it is in the Grasslands biome. You will just need to contact Kaizen Phoenix Fire or Justin in-game. Remember, Justin in-game is spelled with a Y and not an I. It's still pronounced Justin.
Yes, it is.
Just don't call her Justine. She doesn't like that. It's Justin. And so I guess we're going to be talking about Hobloth.
Yes, we haven't spoken about it in a while, and the package I received in the mail today, of course, reminded me that we should be shouting this out from time to time for the good folks out there. I believe there are still a few seats left. Last we looked.
I'm bringing it up right now. So I just love the fact that he's got a little working clock inside on the VCR. And the picture actually, if you hover over it, it actually changes.
You get all the little different pictures there.
Yeah, I wanted to go to that. That's
you want
Ultima 6. I recognize that Ultima 6 scene.
Yeah. Also, all sorts of great little tchotchkes. Now, have you seen the latest picture of Rustic Dragon? I mean, you've probably seen him. How's that beard coming? That beard's looking a little...
I saw that picture on Facebook.
Yeah. Looking a little ferocious there.
Is he growing his hair back?
He's growing for Hobloth. That's my understanding. But let me see. Looking at for the guest list here. Looking to see.
I'm looking to see the number of slots.
Yeah, where do we see that? On the registration? I'm trying to find the right page.
Well, you just click on guest list.
Yeah.
Near the top.
There we go.
It says 53 remaining spots. That's not right.
No, there's not 53. And the recap band is going to be coming again, so that's always good.
Yes.
So then from there, you actually do have officially. Let's go over the official guest.
The cast list.
The cast list.
The cast list. I got that up on screen.
You've got Richard Garriott. You've got Star Long. You've got YOLO, David Watson, Dallas Snell, Scott Jones, some other mystery guests, Rustic Dragon, of course, as well as the recap band. So then from there.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Hold on. He's got 26 pending confirmation and or payment. So that means there's probably about 25 slots available.
Yes. And there is still time, of course. This event's not happening till June. And, of course, it'll be happening before Final Wipe, thank goodness. So we'll be able to attend this without sweating it that they're going to do a wipe while we're out attending the Hoblaw 3 out there in Texas. Jack and I are attending, along with several other people I know as well. So we'll be traveling out there once again to hang out, have a good time with everybody, spend the week adventuring.
It's not a very long travel for me.
Yeah, hush. I always want to slap you. Yeah.
That's all.
He goes home and sleeps in his bed at night, you know. He lives 20 minutes away.
Breaking 15. Immersion. Yeah,
breaking my immersion, man.
Yeah. It's like that the SCA with the Middle Ages as they should have been. Yeah, I'm all about like the warm, comfy bed.
Yeah. Now, I mean, we've been down there, but I didn't really get to see all that stuff and look inside. Supposedly,
well, I tried to drag you down to it, but no.
It got dark.
Like, I don't want to look at that.
It got dark.
Otherwise, you'd have been like, "Holy shit, this is fucking cool."
Yeah. But there are accommodations there that seem to be able to equip quite a few people comfortably, and looks like it's going to be a fun trip. Looking forward to it. I got to actually start sitting down and making travel plans and all that good stuff. Get that all taken out of the way, because Hoblot's paid for, and costumes coming together. I think you're going to get I think everybody will get a kick out of it when they see it.
Oh yeah. Well, are you going to be driving down with Wind again?
Yes, most likely probably be taking the trip with Wind, Silver Moon. and another person who's coming along, another friend, who is also supposedly attending. I have not met that person yet, so can't speak too much for that.
You guys can come pick me up.
Now, where are you along the way? You're in
I
California.
need to go look at a Utilikill.
I've thought about it. I've seriously thought about getting one for the event. I may have one. Since it's a week-long event, I'm going to definitely need a couple changes of clothes. So I figured I'm going to need more than just the single character look like we have here day in and day out. Or, I could really just be a diehard and wear the same clothes for a week straight, and stay in character the whole time.
Hold on. I think I know what I need to get.
What's that?
It damn near killed them. Men's sport utility kilt.
Yeah, men's sport kilt.
Just the name of it. The damn near killed them.
User left your channel.
And then I'll do the freedom emote just for the hell of it.
Oh, yeah. We have them coming in game finally. That's funny you found that on Amazon. I have to bookmark that one.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
It's, hang on a second.
It's lined, I hope. My God.
Oh, hell no. It better not be lined.
I gotta rip the lining out, huh?
That's right. The only problem is, what size should I get?
Yeah, well, it's not like you have to fit the crotch,
Yeah, I know.
Small, that goes, extra small.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the site that I was at the other day. There it was. I share this one with you guys.
Hold on. What is Stacy? Justin wants me to get the kilt.
I'll share that with everybody, what we're looking at least what I'm looking at.
The sport kilt?
The sport kilt. It's made for the modern kilt wearer.
Yeah, no. Nope, you can't do the tartan kilt.
It comes in a variety of colors, sizes, and custom made. Pockets if you want, pleats, no pleats.
Hold on. Commando kilt.
Yeah.
Commando kilt. I wonder how that one's going to work out. And these kilts are something that you could possibly purchase off of the Caverns store. I don't know whether or not he's included kilts on the store.
I have looked, and I haven't really found. I think he's got like 1 or 2 items in the kilt category, and they're pricey, is what I'm going to say about them. And that's all I'm going to say.
Well, yeah.
But there's the selection from what I saw when I browsed it, unless it's been updated in the last couple of weeks. There was only like 1 or 2 choices. So your selection was a little bit limited, which I wish there was a better selection to look at and choose from. But anyway, something I'm looking at. We'll have to talk about that off the air. If you're going to go for it, I think we can maybe do the kilts with the NBNN polos one day, as we're walking around.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Are you digging that? Are you digging that? I think we can pull that off. I really think we can pull that off. But meanwhile, let's go ahead and say thank you to our sponsors out there. Of course, say thank you to all our friends and followers. Let me pull up the... I've got a little sponsors thingy going there. Of course, our friend Ben over at Relics by Rild for all your Shroud Avatar swag, including T-shirts, mugs, patches, hats, all sorts of stuff. Check out Relics by Rild for all your swag. And use the promo code NBNN on checkout. Get yourself 10% off that stuff. Who else we want to hit today? Of course, we got Soda Taming, Soda Craft, SodaMap.com. Jacob White with the incredible map out there. Ashmall with all your crafting needs, and one of our latest patrons, Nick Knack, with soda taming for all your taming needs.
And don't forget our friends over at Shroud Marketplace.
Shroud Marketplace.
That gives us the place to sit there and sell some of our extra things that we have purchased from the add-on store for slightly cheaper. So if you want to register as a vendor, you can do so. It is, I think you'll find the fees relatively modest compared to others. And since the site is already there, it makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's going to be great for that land rush that we were talking about, which is
oh yeah,
not a land rush, but the real estate boom of Shrouded Avatar.
I'm trying to figure out what color kilt I should get, because I really think I'm going to get one of these damn near Kiltum sport utility
I'm going to look
kilts.
at it here as soon as we end the show and look at it. Prices are really nice. A lot of different designs. Oh, there is a
Yeah,
camo.
I'm gonna.
No shit.
Yeah, I am going to go a larger than smaller.
You're not getting any leather pants, huh?
No, I'm not getting leather pants.
A leather kilt.
Get those chaps, man.
Oh, there you go.
Crotchless.
A leather kilt. There we go.
Pretty cool.
But meanwhile, we got to
Yeah.
get ready to get out of here. It's just getting about that time. And, of course, we have the weekend ahead. We'll be looking forward to the Friday newsletter coming out later on today. And, of course, we'll get that out to you folks on Twitter, Facebook, G+, and anywhere else we post when it comes out later on today. And, of course, Monday we'll be back to talk about it with y'all. But meanwhile, it is Friday, February 12th, 2016. We're going to get ready to wrap it up here. Say thank you to everybody who's watching. Thanks to everybody who's listening. Thanks to everybody who's going to be watching this in reruns, listening in reruns. We appreciate you guys. And, of course, we do that so that if you miss us live, you can catch up on today's show's events and chatters and sheep boning and all sorts of other wild things that we discuss.
It's all about boning sheep today.
Oh, my.
I'm telling you, oh, my. Oh, my. I have to get some stuff on the soundboard for this now.
You should see what Casey sent me.
You know, I'm going to have to get some toilet bowl flushing sounds, some poop sounds.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be interesting, folks. So thanks to everybody who's out there.
Pretty damn funny. Yes, thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for follows. We couldn't do this stuff without you. Thank you for participating. Even though our guys in TeamSpeak were awfully quiet today, Led Zepp.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Cigar
Still
TV
sleeping.
and Torque. Yeah, I know.
Alrighty, folks.
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
I will let you know this. If you are looking at my stream, you would see that the kilt that Casey wants me to get is going to be described as the sexy adult schoolgirl top skirt set sheer pink plaid. That's the kind of kilt that Casey wants to see me in.
Oh, well. Yeah.
That's the freedom emote there, right there.
Casey said something about you look cute when you're sleeping something the other day. I don't know.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but Casey's going to a meeting, so.
Where got
That's
the
too
fart
funny.
noises from?
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and wrap it up for today. We're going to get out of here. This is Laz.
And this is Jack.
And we are
Thank you, everybody, for
NBNN.
watching. We are NBNN.
Yes. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening again. Stay tuned to NBNN for more news, sports, entertainment, crazy, wild happening, sheep boning, and potty training. I don't know. We're gonna have to train crafty method out there.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, folks, for more from us here at NBNN. Have a great weekend. We'll see y'all on Monday. Cupcakes.
Yum, nom, nom, nom.
I miss you guys.
I think it's funny that if you look at Crafty, after he came out of the bathroom, he laid down to take a nap.
I love this show.
User left your channel.
Love you, baby.
Love you, man.
I love you. Hey, baby. I love it when you touch me there.